All right, welcome to the 70th performance lecture of the Otaru University of Commerce English Lecture Series. Today we're pleased to welcome Mr. Toru Ogawa. He is a FM Otaru radio personality and a guitarist, and he's going to be doing a lunchtime performance of music for us today. Please welcome Mr. Toru Ogawa.
Thank you very much. Okay, it must be a surprise for you because this is the lunchtime place and you're usually enjoying the lunch and the talk. But today, this is going to be an English lecture series and I'm invited. Thank you for the invitation, Dr. Klaki. My name is Toru Ogawa and I'm a musician and radio personality. Today, I'm going to mainly speak English, but sometimes I might use Japanese for the cultural differences. Okay, anyways, because I am introduced as a musician, for a musician, the best introduction is just playing music. Starting with jazz standard number, you might know this song. And usually, for the jazz music, there are some other different musicians and do the solo part. But in my case, I am just myself, just the guitar. But I will spread the possibility of playing just myself. Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see what's great, it's like a Jupiter. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, darling, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. Thank you so much. Okay, the first song was Fly Me to the Moon, with voice trumpet, drums, everything. Okay, today I'm going to talk about myself and how I learned English or about music and so on. And actually, I graduated from this university 15 years ago. I came here in 1999. And from that experience, I will talk about that. Okay, first, I was born in Kuriyama, in Hokkaido. The Kuriyama is a small town, but because of Nippon Ham Fighters, that became famous all in Japan, because the director's name is also Korean. Then I went to the university, high school in Iwamizawa. Some of you might be graduated from the same university, same high school. After that, I stopped by special school in Sapporo, which is called Yoyogi Seminary, because I didn't study so hard, so I needed to brush up my skills for a year. Then I came here, the same as you, Otaru University of Commerce. And when I came here, I really couldn't speak English. I studied English at best, but I didn't really think about speaking. Then my life changed here because I joined folk song group. Is there anybody who is in folk song group now? Oh, really? Wow! I'm really happy that you still have folk song group here. 15 years ago, I was bucho there. I was the chief of the club there, and I played heavy metal mostly. So I had long hair and screamed, "La!" That was me. And I focused on music, and after graduating from here, I got a job. I was in Tokyo. But most of the skills, including, of course, academic side and music, or organizing, so everything. I got here, and I went to Tokyo, became this businessman. And then after a while, I decided to go abroad. I quit the job and went to Canada, Vancouver. And that was my first experience abroad. I haven't even been to any other countries. And besides, I can't swim. I just got out of Japan, 5 meters. That was my limit. But when I was 28 years old, I went to Canada. And I stayed there for half a year. Then, I didn't have a clear goal. Just I wanted to have an experience. And this university has so many students from outside of Japan. Thank you for coming to Japan, and thank you for choosing Otaru. And I also had experience there, and brush up my English. But because I was 28 years old, I couldn't just have a nice memory. If so, I wouldn't have any future. So I at least focused on learning English. And this is my philosophy of my life. If you can see the vision for our future, focus on something you can do now, and appreciate that you have something you can do. Then, if you try hard, you will see the future in the future. And that happened to me. When I was in Canada, Vancouver, I focused on studying English. Then, after 10 months, I went there. I realized I kind of like teaching, but I didn't have anything to teach, so that's why I didn't become a teacher. But at that moment, I realized I might be able to teach English. Then after coming back to Japan, I became an English teacher. Right now, I'm a musician and a radio personality, but once I was a teacher. Okay, then, good thing about music is, songs have lyrics have language. But some songs doesn't have any languages, which is called instrumental music. So now I'm gonna try one instrumental with a guitar and my partner, who is called iPhone 4. Here is my partner, and this partner is great. It never makes mistakes. But the difficult point is, this partner is really stubborn. Even though I wanna try something different, never follows me. Okay, with using my partner, I'm going to play instrumental music. It's a bossa nova kind of sound. Please enjoy. Thank you very much. ありがとうございます。高速ボッサという曲でした。High Speed Bossa Nova is the name of the song. Okay, instrumental song doesn't have lyrics, doesn't have languages. So each of you probably have something totally different, but that's free. That's the good thing about the music, art, that kind of things. Okay, then I'm going to talk about how I learned English now. Okay. As I mentioned, when I was 28 years old, I went to Canada. That was my first experience. Before that, I sometimes tried to speak English, but didn't even try hard. But I studied English really hard. I think most of them had a similar experience to me. Yeah, because you are here, that means you studied so hard, I think. But I didn't realize what I am having in my brain at that moment. When I went to Canada, of course I had to speak English. Everybody speaks English. It was, for me, it was surprising and kind of, of course, but nobody speaks Japanese there. So I had to speak it. Then I realized, because I studied so hard, I had basic and vocabulary words in my brain. I just didn't use it for a while. So when I was in Canada, I simply put my knowledge into practice. Then, 3 or 4 months later, my English dramatically improved. Then I realized you might have something good, you might learn, study, and you have, it's like treasure, which is knowledge. But if you don't know how to use it, or if you have no chance to use it, you are just having it in a storage. So, right now, I don't know how much you speak English or how much you are interested in going abroad. But what you have will be useful in the future, I'm sure. That's what I have done. But at the same time, I would say, having fun and studying hard can go together. Sometimes you think studying is really tough, and having fun is really fun, enjoyable. But I would say they can go together. For example, in my case, I am a musician. So I play the music, I write songs and lyrics. And from now, I'm going to try my original song in both Japanese and English. And I used this as a presentation when I was a student in Canada. Okay, what I'm going to do is singing my original enka song. Okay, enka is a Japanese traditional song. Sounds like this is one of the Japanese traditional songs, which is called enka. And I composed one enka song when I was a businessman in Tokyo. I met a really strange colleague in my section. And one day, he went to somewhere from the office, and he said, I have to wait. But he didn't come back. So I was waiting until 10 or 11 o'clock p.m. at the office. So while that time, I made a song for him. Because I'm a musician, I can tell him my feeling with using my music. Then the song is made, which is Soto Kanda. This is the name of the place. Tokyo Chiyodaku Soto Kanda. It's one area in Tokyo. Then, when I was studying in Canada, I decided to introduce this song for the other students. But because I was studying, first I analyzed the characteristic of enka. Then made a category, noun, verbs, adjectives, because the enka has the typical words. For example, for nouns, man, woman, bird, alcohol, sea, port, tear, that kind of things. You can imagine. For verbs, wait, cry, that kind of stuff. Adjectives, sad, nostalgic, like this. So, after analyzing the linguistic point, then I made a translation. From now, I will sing this song in Japanese, the first verse, and second verse is going to be English, the translation. Please listen to me. Soto Kanda. ない明日の行方もわからないどこにいますか何してますか帰ろうかなやめようかな心は揺れるあなた待ちます待ちます千代田区その神田ありがとうございます。これが日本語でございました。これを直訳的に英語にするとこうなります。It's been a long time, but you never show up. I don't have any ideas. What will I do tomorrow? I wonder where you are now, what you are doing now. Should I go home now? Should I stay here more? My hesitation is annoying me. I am waiting for you, waiting for you. 千代田区外神田Thank you so much. Like this. So this is one of the ways to having fun and studying at the same time with fun. Then, okay, anyways, I did this kind of presentation when I was a student, and after a while, I decided to write something in English as well. But basically, I think recently the Japanese musicians like to use English, and because it sounds good or sounds cool for us. That's the difference in sound and languages. But what I thought was, if audience is Japanese, you should sing in Japanese. Or if the audience can understand other languages, you should sing in that language. Seikimatsu, one of the heavy metal band in Japan, does that. When they went to Spain, they taught and sang in Spanish, and that I really like that style. Then, but when I was in Canada, because there are so many Canadians, I decided to write the lyric in Japanese. But lyrics are different. That's too artistic. So it was pretty direct. But then I thought of one goal for me. If I can sing and talk in English, and I made comic songs, and if native speakers laugh, then at least I can achieve the goal, one of the goals. So I made a song, Katakana English. Okay, this might be fun for both Japanese speaker and non-Japanese speaker, I think. And this lyric based on the true story of my friend. He homestayed in Canada and he went to the same school as I went to. His English grammar and vocabulary are excellent. However, his pronunciation was just awful, unbelievably bad. Then, one day something happened. Okay, let's try. Katakana English. This song is about him and about the weak point we have when Japanese have. Okay. Okay, let's go. Katakana English. One day my host mother asked me, "Where is your roommate now?" As I knew he was in the bathroom, I tried to let her know. I made a sentence and repeated to say in my mind, and then bring two words. Oh my God, the better English. We can't pronounce SMTA. Oh my God, the better English. We can't pronounce SMTA. Now, 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 oh my God, the better English. We can't pronounce SMTA. Oh my God, the better English. We can't pronounce and oh my God, the better English. We can't stop a word with no vowels. Oh my God, the better English. We can't avoid adding more syllables. Thank you. Dr. Tanki was laughing, so that means it worked. Like this. So take a bath and take a bath. In Japanese, we don't have TH sounds. So, and both of them become S. So that's why he wanted to say the roommate is going somewhere. So he is taking a bath, but he said he's taking a bus. So the host family was surprised. It was quite late night. Where was he going? Is he going? Like that. And also, we can't stop a word with no vowel. That's one of the typical situations for Japanese people, because in Japanese, all the letter has vowels. So, for example, bat, t sound. But we say batto like this, with vowel. And also, we can avoid adding more syllables, like government, 3. But we say government, always syllables become more than it is. And that was, that's our language. Alright, let's kind of English. Then, after learning English there, I came back to Japan and I became an English conversation teacher. And teaching was really fun. So if I didn't have music, probably I wouldn't be still a English teacher, or I'm still interested in it. So, even though I graduated from this university, I kind of envy you now. Because when I was a student, when I got, there was when I got and I missed both of them. Now I can say that. So if I have a chance, I would like to brush up my English more, learn English more. There are so many things here I'd like to do. But at that moment, I focused more on music and I missed so many things. But for the future, I'm sure if you do something hard, if you try, focus on something, then that will be that will be useful in the future, I'm sure. Everything can be useful. And especially the students from outside of Japan, thank you for coming to Japan. And for you, that will be a precious moment that you will never forget your life here, I think. And I hope that will be great for you. And I had that similar experience when I was in Canada. So if I have chance, I want to go back to Vancouver. I want to see that. I want to put myself in there. Then I can feel if I improved, or I'm same, or I'm worse than before. I don't know. So please try not to miss anything here. And after a while, if you have chance, please come back to Toru. You might live here forever. Nothing. We don't know what will happen. But that will be a great experience. And for me as well. After that, I lived in Sapporo, Iwamizawa, and now I live in Otaru. And sometimes I come here, especially Jigokuzaka, the slope. And this university has been here for more than 100 years. And you might know, Kenji Miyazawa, a famous writer in Japan, also has come here. So that means that the school is the same place. The building is new, but the place is the same, and then Jigokuzaka, the slope is the same. That means you might be walking on the step which Kenji Miyazawa made. So many things are accumulated on the Jigoku side. If you feel that really just fantastic, and you will be one of them now, and a new person will come here, and that's the history of this classic. Alright. Well, I still have enough time. Let's sing something. Okay, the radio program. The FM Otaru, have you heard of it? FM Otaru. If you have listened to it, this is me. 76.3 FM Otaru. This is called Jingle, and I made this a long time ago. So if you tune to the 76.3, you will hear probably once an hour. And I also have radio programs 4 days a week. Right now I have Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 5 to 7, and on Friday 7 to 8. I have 4 programs. The reason why I started to talk on the air is FM Otaru started when I was here as a student. Then I got the chance to know the people there. That's the only reason. Then, because I was like this for a long time, it's quite different from others. The people at the radio station got interested in me, and I sometimes had a short programs. And even when I was in Vancouver, I checked out the time and called the FM Otaru. And this is Toru from Vancouver in Canada. How are you doing, people in Otaru? I have done it before. Then that was the connection. I lived in Osaka, Tokyo, Saitama, Vancouver, Yamazawa, Sapporo, so many places. But because FM Otaru has been here for a long time, that became a clue to be here, to come here. And 5 years ago, I started the program, a 2-hour program. And there are the news, weather forecast. So basically I'm a musician. Started with a musician, but I had to do that. So 時刻は何時何分です。ニュース広いよりこの時間は安倍首相は今日like this, and during the news as well. Then so that was chance which came accidentally to me. But I have been doing that and it's really fun. And the radio is like, you might feel the talking on the air is kind of alone because you can see listeners. You have this microphone and talking. You don't know who is listening to it. But now for me, it's like meeting with people. I get messages as well. And I can imagine how the listeners are listening to the radio. You might be in the car, you might be in the house, or you might be using headphones, or you might be in the hospital and it's difficult to go around. Then you might be listening to it. So if you can imagine that radio is not alone anymore, you're more like being with people. So if you have a chance, unfortunately FM Otaru can be listened only in Otaru, but if you are here, please tune 76.3 and you might be able to hear my speaking. Alright. I'm going to sing. I really said because I talk too much and I don't sing. Then everybody's waiting for my playing music. That happens. And usually, of course, I do that in Japanese, but today I'm speaking only in English, and I realized even though language changes, you are yourself. So even in other languages, I will be talk too much. That's the same. That I realize now. Okay, next song is 空が見えますか? This is my original song. And when I was in Tokyo, it's a really crowded place and easy to lose yourself. When you're walking on the street, what you can see is the person's back because there are too many people. Then, because I was born and raised in Hokkaido, when I went to Tokyo as a businessman, I really thought I didn't want to be like this because so many people are less energetic. They look like. So I thought I didn't want to be like that. But life was so busy and I became the same as them. When I quit the job and came back to Hokkaido, I realized I was missing so many things. There are so many interesting things and things good for you. But if your heart is in a rush, you can't find it. The sky is the same. It's always there. And sometimes it's a really, really beautiful blue sky. But if your heart is cloudy, you can find it. At the same time, even though it's raining, if your heart is fine, even rain can be beautiful and you can appreciate it. That's the song about Strada in the sky. Chasing what we wanna get without thoughtfulness, chased by what we wanna get, and we get lost in life. Every time we lose, we find it out, but only when you lose it you can find. Walking on the same street with no changes every day, at the back of someone just in front of you. Take a breath and just stop walking down. You find something above you which is waiting for you. The sky is there, always there for you. It's fair to everybody, even when you're down. The sky is there, always there for you. So just open your eyes and your heart. じゃあせっかくなので、2番を今度は逆に日本語でお待ちください。僕らは何かを求めすぎて大事なものを見失った。なくして気づくのは治らない癖だけど、毎日同じ道を歩き、前を行く人の背中を見る。ほんの少し顔 りがとうございます。So now where's 40, maybe one more song and finish it. Okay, so I just talked about myself and didn't have any rude ways. But if you find something, it might be useful for your life. That will be my happiness. And interesting. That might be interesting. I think I graduated from this university, but I guess I'm quite different from other students because this university is really a good place and it has really good education, professors, everything here. So most of the people get a good job and I don't know, do something with commerce, law, or languages. In my case, I almost didn't use my career. I could experience and living now. But if I didn't come here, life would be totally different. And yes, yeah, I think so. I'm sure. So there are so many ways in your life. Everybody takes different ways. And my way is quite different. When I quit the job, when I was 28 years old, when I decided to go to Canada, I thought, from now my life will be something I have to get, I have to find something, I have to get something by myself. That's what I thought at the moment. But now I can say, everything can be useful for your life, if you open your eyes. That's the key. And I want to at least find something and focus on it. Hopefully, if you find something interesting in languages, that would be great. I hope that. But there are so many things here, so many majors or activities, a club, so many things. So at least I want you to find something and try hard. And that will be your treasure and that will be your weapon in your life. Now, talking about the language, even though you are not really speaking English now, because you studied so hard, especially before entering this university, I know you made a really great effort. And that's what you have now. In the future, in my case, that happened when I was 28 years old. I think most of them are around 20 years old. But imagine, after 8 years from now, you might go other countries and speak English. And at that moment, what you did, or you have done so far, will help you a lot. So try to get interested in more things. That's the key to enjoy your life. Okay, these are all. If you have any questions, you can message 76.3 FM Otaru. I'll be there. And I can answer your questions in your life, language, everything. Thank you so much for listening to my lunchtime concert, the last song. Okay, finally I will sing one famous song in Japan, and then this concert. And this song is called Sukiyaki. Have you heard of it? Sukiyaki is the name of the dish in Japan. However, this song is Ueomuite Aruko. Mr. Q Sakamoto, who has already passed away, sang this song, and this song made really big, became really famous all over the world. So I will sing partly in English and Japanese. 春の日、一人ぼっちの 12 o'clock. I know you have classes starting soon, so please go there. 上を向いて歩こう。涙がこぼれないように泣きながら歩く。一人ぼっちの夜。一人ぼっちの夜。I'm really happy to be here. It reminds me of my days here. When I have chance, I might wanna come back here. At that moment, I hope I will be better than now, and I have something to tell you. So, when I see you again, I hope your days will be great and enjoy your school life.